Get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride through the rim-rattling highlights of the year. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 best NBA dunks of 2023. From gravity-defying slams to rim-rocking posterizations, these jaw-dropping dunks showcase the athleticism and artistry of NBA players. Whether you're a basketball fanatic or just a fan of incredible sports moments, stay tuned to witness the aerial acrobatics that define the best dunks of the year. Let's celebrate the athleticism and sheer brilliance that make these slam dunks unforgettable in the world of basketball. Today we will talk about top 10 best NBA dunks of 2023. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10 Shaq disrespects Chris Dudley. Every basketball fan knows this iconic dunk. Shaq was a beast among big men in the league at the time. No one could stand in the way of the 7'1", 325-pound truck that was Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq posted up his defender and backed him down. He then turned around and dunked on Dudley. As Shaq was coming down from this monster dunk, Dudley appeared to help the big man. Shaq, however, didn't see it like that and instead pushed the man to the ground. As a result, Dudley's anger overcame him, and he threw the ball at Shaq. This made the highlight one of the most popular dunks ever. The disrespectfulness and popularity are what made me put this at number 10. 9 Shawn Kemp points at Alton Lister. Committed basketball fans are aware of Rain Man Shawn Kemp. If you don't know, well, he is one of the greatest dunkers to ever leap into the air. After catching the ball, Kemp throws down a sidearm slam over Lister, then proceeds to point at him while he was on the ground. The power he threw down the dunk over Lister and the popularity make this number 9 on the list. 8 Kobe Bryant welcomes Dwight Howard. Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest ever to touch a basketball. He was known for all of his crazy shots and amazing dunking ability. When rookie Dwight Howard stepped in front of Kobe, he should have known what he was in for. However, the rookie got his welcome to the NBA moment and was sure to remember to improve his defense. The only reason this dunk isn't higher on the list is that at the time, Dwight Howard wasn't the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year that he is today. 7 Blake Griffin dunks on Pau Gasol twice. The Clippers were known for highlights back in the 2010s. The player that caused a bunch of those highlights is Blake Griffin. In this matchup against the Lakers, Griffin decided to put on an in-game dunk contest. He didn't just decide to dunk on Pau Gasol once, but twice in one game. This clip went viral, and not to mention, there were some pretty powerful dunks. 6 Vince Carter on 2-time DPOY Alonzo Mourning. Vince Carter, also known as half-man/half amazing, was always known for high-flying dunks. Vince wasn't scared to dunk on anyone, not even 2-time Defensive Player of the Year Alonzo Mourning. Although it was a few years after the award, you would assume a 2-time winner wouldn't let something like that happen. However, what made this dunk even worse was when Alonzo's Miami Heat teammate said, "That's top 10 right there in the whole history of the NBA," when asked about it the dunk post-game. 5 Scottie Pippen knocks down Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing has dunked on a lot of people throughout his career. The dunk that comes to most people's minds, however, is when Pippen disrespected him. Not only did Pippen dunk on Ewing so hard he fell to the ground, but he also stepped over him to seal the disrespect. Even after stepping over Ewing, Pippen went over to trash-talk New York Knicks superfan Spike Lee. Pippen was not only disrespectful to Ewing, but the whole Knicks franchise. 4 Dwayne Wade steps over Anderson Varejao. Stepping over someone after a play is one of the most disrespectful things to do in basketball. Dunking on someone so hard that they fall against the station, and then the player steps over them, is a whole different level. The power to put a 6'10" center on his back is incredible. Not to mention Dwayne Wade's celebration made it 10 times better. This dunk is just straight disrespectful. Dwayne Wade elevates and throws down a monster dunk over 6'11" Anderson Varejao. Reggie Miller perfectly captured the play after Wade's dunk. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao. 3 LeBron James catches lob over Jason Terry. LeBron James had one of the best dunks of his career against the Boston Celtics, a Miami Heat rival. Jason Terry steps up to stop LeBron, but it's too late. He gets the full impact of the 6'9" small forward. LeBron then stares down Terry and gets called for a technical foul, but doesn't seem to mind. This is one of the most disrespectful plays of all time. It was 3 versus 1, Mario Chalmers, Norris Cole, and LeBron James against Jason Terry on the fast break. In this play, Cole throws a lob and LeBron does the rest. He reaches way up for the ball and angrily throws it down over Terry. LeBron's stare down was the icing on the cake here. Yes, he was called for the tech, but he didn't actually care. He wanted to put on a statement against the Celtics. DeAndre Jordan ruins Brandon Knight. Guards should not try to jump with big men to get a block on a dunk. For instance, this dunk is a perfect example. Brandon Knight tried to block a dunk off a lob, but it ended poorly. The crowd went wild, and the players from both benches knew how bad of a poster it was. However, it did bring him a lot of popularity. Sadly for Knight, it was the wrong kind of popularity. He throws a high lob, and DeAndre Jordan just viciously throws it down over the hapless Brandon Knight. The entire arena exploded after this dunk. Also, look at the Clippers bench. This dunk would be higher on this list if Knight was taller than his listed height of 6'2". Still, this is one of the best dunks of all time. One Vince Carter jumps over 7-footer Frederick Weiss. When watching an NBA game on TV, players do not seem that tall compared to their teammates and opponents. Seeing one of these giants in real life is a real eye-opener for anyone. Vince Carter wasn't afraid to challenge these big men though. During the 2000 Sydney Olympics, Team USA was going against Team France. On Team France was 7'2" center Frederick Weiss, who was in talks of being able to go to the NBA. However, Vince Carter had other plans for the big man. Carter received the ball, traveled towards Weiss, and jumped right over him to dunk the ball with no push-off. After that, the video clip became so popular and embarrassing for Weiss that he could not get any offers. There's no doubt that Vince Carter is the greatest dunker in NBA history. Honestly, his top 10 dunks alone can fill up half this list. That just shows how crazy his dunk highlights are. His dunk against the Clippers is arguably the best alley-oop dunk of all time. In this play, Steve Brown throws a bad lob pass to Carter as it was far off the rim. He reaches the ball towards the back of his head and throws it down emphatically instead. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up